Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
No!
Are we there yet?
Yes!
Dad, I'm hungry.
G'day humans, Chris Stead here. I'm on the road. I'm in the Nightcap Ridge area of West Byron Bay. I'm here with Jamie Thomson, who's the, well, what would you call yourself, mate?
Business manager for outdoor here at Dometic. So,
Nice.
yeah.
And, you know, we've been speaking a bit over the last couple of days about here trying out all the gear and all the kit. And look, mate, you've said a few things to me that suggest that you've been quite hands-on with the design. Can you talk to me about how involved you've been with the creation of the tents we see behind us?
Yeah, sure. So, thanks. So, obviously, you can see here we've got a bunch of new tents here on display for everyone to try out. Probably really good conditions here too to be trying these tents. We've had a bit of rain overnight. It's nice and wet and a bit damp, so I think it's hopefully put these tents through the tests that we wanted to have on this experience. So yeah, I've been heavily involved with a lot of the development of these tents. In my role, I help with consumer insights and making sure that we understand the end consumer on what their needs and frustrations are. And today, hopefully, we're going to walk you through a couple of these tents and hopefully, you know, solve some of those frustrations that everyone has out there when they go camping.
Yeah, so particularly interested about the consumer insights side of things. You said you guys spent quite a substantial amount of money and time into that. Can you tell me what you put into consumer insights and what those insights showed you about where Dometic needs to fit in with the market demand or the hole in the market even?
Yep, sure. So I think one thing about most brands in this camping and outdoor space is all brands make great innovative products, but the thing that probably lacks in this industry is people talking and understanding the end consumer and what they actually need instead of building products and then expecting them to purchase it. So Dometic over 2 years ago embarked on a global consumer insight where we basically used a third-party company that had offices throughout the world in the 3 different regions. And we just started to talk to end consumers. We made sure that they were camping people that had done that for more than one or two times a year. And then by that, we started to develop some questions that we wanted to find out what they needed. And then from the consumer insights, we started to find this red thread through the entire global regions where nothing matches when it comes to color palettes. Camping is extremely daunting for a lot of people that haven't done it before because they think that you need to be an expert because a lot of the products in the market are technical and take a lot of technical background to set up. So what we've tried to do here is integrate great new fabrics, easy ways of setting and pack up tents, making sure they're lightweight, modular, and just trying to make sure that the experience to get out on the road is easy and available for everyone.
Yeah, now obviously you said daunting there, and for many people that's putting up the tent. I guess daunting for me is getting the tent up and also making sure that it's dry inside.
Yep.
So these are inflatable tents. So obviously that's a huge benefit to a lot of people. Well, let's go over and have a closer look at the swag here. So
I think the best thing to explain with Dometic is we acquired a company called Camper from the UK who have been specialising in inflatable technology for quite a long time. So here in Australia, what we wanted to do is take that information, roll it into the consumer insights, and then start to bring products to the market like this innovative swag that is all fully inflatable. So what you see here that changes the game and is different to what we believe is in the market at the moment is most swags are quite big and bulky, they're heavy, they take up a lot of space. So what we try to do with this piece is, one, fully inflatable, self-supported swag itself. So basically, as you see through here, we have a integrated pole. So this is all inflatable, as you'll see. You can start to see the water beating off from the rain last night. But basically, all you have to do is screw in the pump that's provided with the swag and start pumping this up. Now this swag itself goes up within about 3 minutes. So super quick to set up. The biggest thing here is it also has an integrated inflatable mattress. So the reason that we designed and developed that is to ensure that the pack size is extremely small and the overall product is extremely light. So looking at the frustrations and consumer insights, that was one big piece. Pack size, making it light and making sure you still have room in your car to continue out and do whatever you decide to do and wherever you want to go. So with this one, there's 2 inflation points. So the first one here is where the mattress is inflated. So it's a double valve. So the first valve on the outside is where you pump it up. And then when you want to deflate it, you unscrew this one here. This inflation point on the side here is the main point that inflates the entire tent. So what it does is it actually pushes the air through the pole here and then starts to disperse it all the way through the tent. Within 3 minutes, you have a complete full freestanding swag.
The first concern I had, I guess, when I saw that was how's it going to handle the wind?
Yep.
So in your experiences in your testing, like how do you test, what kind of conditions did you test this in to make sure it's going to hold up to a good old southerly from Australia?
Yeah, so I think the best way to test it is to sleep in it, right? So, and I'm sure you'll get to talk to Owen Wright, one of our ambassadors, a little bit later on, but both Owen and I have been on many camping adventures together with our kids, and we've put these through the test. We've been through what I'd call a mini cyclone in different and various ways. But the good thing about this is these poles can bend, because so basically there is nothing there to snap. So if the wind does pick up, there's nothing that can break. Traditional tents obviously can snap. The good thing about this is it just wobbles with the wind.
And now the fabric I'm really particularly interested in. It's got a very different feel to almost all the tents I've ever felt before. We can also see it beating there, the water just rolling off. I slept with that open last night actually, and we had a good pour during the night, nothing got in. Can you tell us a little bit about the fabric technology?
Sure.
And also point out potentially some of the little design quirks on the outside that you would miss at a glance.
Yep, yeah, for sure. So first of all, starting with the fabric, in this new tent collection we have two fabrics. This one here in our premium swags as well as our premium tents is called a technical cotton. So this is actually cotton polyester weave. So what that means is obviously it is fully waterproof. You guys slept in them last night and understand that a bit of rain certainly isn't getting in these things. But the beauty of this fabric is it eliminates the outer fly on a tent because you only need the one piece of material because it does everything for you. But it also, because of the weave between the cotton and poly, it actually makes this product or this fabric, it breathes. So it reduces condensation, is cooler in summer, and actually regulates your heat temperature a bit more in winter as well. So the properties and purposes of this fabric is extremely important, and that's why we look to use these fabrics on our premium tents. There's a couple of other features too. So something that is a really cool product here and tying back to the user experience for people to camp the first time. This is what we call our quick pitch guy ropes. First of all, they're reflective, so you can see them if a car or if you have a flashlight at night to find your tent. But also with this, all you need to do is basically pull the strap out, put your peg in, and then with one hand, you can tighten your guy rope. So this is something that we've patented and is exclusive to Dometic. You find that throughout all our tents, no matter what model you decide to choose. And it's a really cool, innovative way to make sure that that consumer or customer that has never camped before, to eliminate those frustrations and nerves that they may have. A couple other features too. So in the design process of this, we also wanted to make sure when you do set up in a swag that you have some sort of shade as well. It's extremely important for air ventilation as well as just something for if it's a nice day and you want to read a book or something, that you can have a bit of shade off the front of your tent. So what we've done with this swag, it also comes with adjustable poles with the swag itself that are fully adjustable depending on heights, winds and so forth, so you can play around with that. And we've also built in these little gussets here. So the biggest reason for this is, like last night, we had a bit of rain and sometimes you don't get back to your campsite quick enough to zip it all up. These are designed, developed to essentially take most of the rain, pool it, and then run it down the side of your swag. So it's going to not always get rid of all the rain, but in those times when you get caught out and you're out and about having a good time, this will help eliminate most of the rain depending on what way the wind's coming from. We've also got, you'll see on all our tents, we have these really nice bright orange points. So this is basically to show the consumer or the customer where to start pegging. So essentially when this comes out of the box, all you need to do is roll it out, 2 pegs in the corners where the orange tabs are and inflate, and you're all good to go.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when we first put it up, just the size of the bag. I think you mentioned it was about 7 kilograms all up, but not much bigger than my backpack, to be honest.
Yep.
So very impressive, the amount of space it takes up. Obviously, a large part of that is to do with the way you've handled the mattress.
Yep.
And it's got a very interesting design, which I mean, is this a Dometic patent design? And
no, so look, to be honest, with this one, we actually took some inspiration from a lot of the hiking mattresses that you see. When you are hiking into remote country, whether it's hunting or just trying to get off grid, you need something small, lightweight and compact because you've only got a backpack to take with you. So taking inspiration from that, we've designed an integrated mattress that basically has the same sort of ribs as what you find on your hiking mattresses. So to the normal person, when you push it, you can actually feel the ground. But with this technology and the way that these hiking mattresses are designed, with the ribs through it, it actually disperses your weight once you lay down. So I sleep on my side, and with this compared to a normal foam mattress that you find in other traditional swags and rooftops, I don't feel my shoulder in this. So it's a really cool new product. It keeps the weight down, but also back to the pack size. It is designed and it actually comes in a little backpack.
Beauty. Now behind you, or let's maybe just the big boy down here's the one you go.
Yep.
A lot of the technology, obviously, you've just talked about then, a lot of the design is going to be similar to this.
Yep.
Bit bigger tent, I believe 37 kilograms once it's all rolled up, but obviously a family size option.
Yeah.
What have you built, I guess, on what you've done with the swag there on this tent? What else can we see from a design and tech perspective here?
Yeah, so I think for us with this one, it's real life experiences and listening to the consumer insights that we've spent a lot of money on a global level, understanding the frustrations. One of the big things, we've all been camping, and again, it comes back to weather. We've always been caught out when it rains. So a lot of traditional tents normally have your windows on the outside with your fly screens on the inside. So what we want to do, again, talking about real life experiences, is summer here, we're probably sleeping in a pair of boxers or some underwear. There's nothing worse when it rains, you're finding some shorts or something to get outside, zip up all your windows before the rain comes. So what we've done with this thing is, with this tent, we've basically designed it so the windows can be accessed from the inside. So we've flipped it, and basically the fly nets are on the outside. Aesthetically, it actually looks pretty cool, and it gives it a bit of a point of difference when you are set up with other people camping around you. But with this one, so basically the rain can hit these fly screens, roll down, and then we actually have down the corner here, we have a little drain hole. So basically what that means is the water will not go inside your tent. The water will drain through here and out the bottom of your drain hole. So a really cool, innovative feature that we're really happy with. The other key features with this one, because it is a larger tent, it's multi-point inflation. So each pole has its own inflation point. So on this one, with the integrated inflatable awning, you've got 4 inflation points. We set this up on a couple of days ago. We can set this up with one person in under 10 minutes. This tent here will hold 8 people. So it's a really big, large size family tent with heaps of space. And I think the other one too is, when we're eliminating poles, we wanted to make sure that we had an integrated awning off the front. So you still have some nice room here with shade and stuff like that to make sure that your camping experience is, really nice and comfortable for the whole family.
And obviously at the back then, a bit of block out.
Yep. So with this one, as an accessory, we actually have sleeping pods that you can clip into this back room. The fabric is a different color and a heavier duty piece at the back, again, for that reason, so you can have some sleeps in the day if you've got young kids as well.
I didn't actually pick up on it at first, but obviously no fly.
No, correct.
So that's a big bonus.
It's a huge bonus, and that comes with setup time and pack down as well. Yep. It really eliminates that. So as you'll see later on, we're going to do a quick demo with Owen, and we're going to deflate this tent. But basically, again, same type of thing. Once it comes out of the box, you find the 4 main points where your orange tabs are, put your pegs in, blow your tent up, and you're good to go.
Beauty. And while we've got it up there, we should probably go have a look at the foreman, yeah?
Yeah.
The tent over here. So this one is the one that's using the recycled fabric, correct?
Yes, so this one over here is what we call our redux material. So this is a full recycled polyester. So basically we take plastic bottles, we break them down and then re-spin it into a full recycled material. So, you know, there is some recycled materials on the market, but we're really happy with this as a little small dome tent for 4 people. Comes in 2 sizes. It comes in a 4-person and a 5-person. With this tent, there's a few little things that we decided to do. So first of all, we wanted to make sure that if it is a nice day, you can actually unzip the sides, purchase a couple of poles. You can actually have awnings off the side of this tent. So you can roll them up or you can peg it out depending on what you want to do. At the back of the tent, there's nothing worse when you go camping, you've got surfboards or fishing rods or push bikes. We've basically built a little storage area. So you peg that out. It's protected from some of the elements, but it's not in your tent, just to give you a bit of protection and just to put some stuff at the back of the tent if you need. We've also got integrated quick pitch guy ropes here that you see across all the tents as well. With the Reunion tent, this is exclusive to Dometic.com. So if you guys are looking to purchase it, that is the place you will find this one. The rest of them are obviously available in selected camping specialty stores. So yeah, also this tent here is a single point inflation. So with this one, it means that there is 1 point to inflate the entire tent. And I think this one goes up in around about 5 minutes. So really quick setup. You don't have to peg it in if you didn't want to. If it was a nice day, it will fully stand up by itself and you won't need any additional pegs to hold the tent up.
And mate, finally to kind of put you on the spot here, hopefully you remember, but what are we looking at retail prices here between the different tents?
Yeah, so I think 2,200 for our largest tent being the 4x8. Then we go to 1,799 for the 4-person. And then these ones here drop in well under $1,000 exclusive to Dometic. And then your swags over there are priced just under around $800 for the 2-person and $100 less for the 1-person.
Perfect, mate. Thanks very much for your time. I really appreciate you taking us through the tents.
Pleasure. Thank you.